ரீகனெக்டிங் யுவர் இன் லைவ். இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு நம்மளுக்கு சேனல் பீட்டிக்கில் ஒரு லைவ் அமைச்சிடறேன் வந்து பாரு சார். பாரு சார் வராற பாரு. இப்போ லைவ் வருதா பாரு. இதில் நான் போட்டுக்கிட்டல வருதா வீடியோ வருதா? வீடியோ ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன். வீடியோ ஸ்லோவாக இருக்குது போல எனக்கு. வரலையா அந்த சேனல் வரலையா? அந்த கொடுத்துரு சேனல் வருது பாரு. நதீர் சேனல் பிடெக்கில் கொடுத்தது லைவ் வருது பாரு. ஸ்டார்ட் ஆயிடுச்சா? சார் வராரா பாரு. இதில் தெரியுறா வருதா? ஓ சார் சிவகுமார் சார். காதர் எஸ் சார். சார் பிரசாத் சார் பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் ஆஃபீஸர். மைக்கில் ஜஸ்ட் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க. பிபிடி இதை பண்ணுறாங்க சார். அது சார் கூட ஒரு இன்ட்ரடக்ஷன் பண்ணுறேன். சார் இங்கே வந்துடுங்களா சார்? சார் இப்படி வந்துடுங்களா சார்? அதிலே இருக்குது சார். நான் பண்ணுறேன் சார். நான் பண்ணுறேன். அப்படியே பேசினாலும் பேசுங்க. அப்படி இருந்தாலும் கொஞ்சம் முன்னாடி வந்துடுங்க. தனியாக அப்படி பேசுங்க. இல்லை எப்படி இருந்தாலும் ஓகே சார். அதில் நானும் என் ஃபோனில் வருதா? என் ஃபோனில் லைவ் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகிடுச்சு. சரி அதில் எல்லாம் ரெண்டு திரும்பி போட்டு விடு. எம்எஸ்ஹெச்எஸியும் வருதா? இது எம்எஸ்ஹெச்சி ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகிடுச்சு. அதில் போடு. அதில் வீடியோ ஆப்ஷன் ஆஃப் ஆகிடுச்சு. இப்படியா சார்? சார் பேசும்போது பாரு. ரெண்டு திரும்பி வருது சார். எம்எஸ்ஹெச்எஸியும் வருது. இதில் எம்எஸ்ஹெச்
ஆசிஃபு கேமரா குவாலிட்டி மங்கமாக இருக்கும். ஆசிஃப் ஆசிஃப் சார் லைவ் கை காமிங்க சார். கேமரா வியூ சாரி சார். நம்ம யூடியூப் இப்போ நம்ம அதில் நம்ம எம்எஸ்ஹெச் தெரிஞ்சிச்சுன்னா ஃபஸ்ட்டு பேசும்போது இந்த என்னோட இதுலேயும் போகுது. ரெண்டுத்துலேயுமே போட்டோம். ஓகேவா? ஆமாம் லைவ் இப்போ 2 செகண்ட் இருக்கும். டிலே இருக்கும். 10 செகண்ட் 2 செகண்ட் ஸ்டார்ட்டில் தான் லைவ் பார்த்துக்கிறேன். எப்படி 2 ஃபோனை பார்த்துக்கிறியா? மேலும் போட்டு 2 ஃபோனு. அந்த ஃபோன் ஆனால் தாங்கிடுவேன். அது பிடிக்க மாறுறது. நான் பிடிச்சிட்டாங்க உட்காந்து அங்கே உட்காந்துக்கிறேன். 2 ஃபோன் வச்சு பிடிச்சிக்கிறேன். ஆமாம் ஆமாம் ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டேன். அது தெரியுதுடா. வரா அப்படி வந்துரு. இங்கே வந்துரு. இந்த சைடு இந்த பேர் வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவோம். நின்றுக்குதா சார்? இதில் லேண்ட்ஸ்கேப் முந்திலோட யாத்ரா எம்எஸ்ஹெச்சி என்கிட்ட இருக்கு சார். திருப்பி லைவ் யாத்து போறீங்க? ரெண்டுமே போகுது சார். எம்எஸ்ஹெச்சி என்கிட்ட இருக்கு. காலேஜ் வந்து இப்படி போனேன். லேண்ட்ஸ்கேப்பில் காட்ட மாட்டேன் சார். யார் ஃபோனில் இது வருது? ஓரியன்டேஷன் லாக்டு வந்து கார்டு சார். லேண்ட்ஸ்கேப்பில் தான் நீங்கள் சொல்கிறீங்க? லேண்ட்ஸ்கேப்பில் தான் வைக்க சொல்கிறீங்க. என்ன மாற்றணும் பாரு. ரொட்டேட் டிவைஸ் போடு. இந்த லாக் பண்ணி வச்சு ரொட்டேட் போடு. ஆஃப் பண்ணு. இது மேலே இந்த செட்டிங்ஸ் அந்த ரொட்டேட் இது பண்ணு. ரொட்டேட் பண்ணுது. என்ன பண்ணுறது? ரொட்டேட் லாக் பண்ணி இது பாரு.
ஓகே ஸ்டாப் டைமிங் யுவர் லைவில் தான் இருக்கேன்.
திருப்பி இந்த இதில் ரொட்டேட் டிவைஸ் லாக்கில் இருக்குதுல்ல, அதை ரொட்டேட் பண்ணதுக்கு எங்கே இருக்குன்னு பார்த்து
இதான் அது.
இப்போ இதுதான் அது இதோ இருக்கு பார்த்து. ரொட்டேட் ஆகிடுச்சா?
தெரியும் ரொட்டேட் டிவைஸ் லாக்கில் தான் ஆகிடுது.
என்ன வருது? இதுதான் ரொட்டேட் இதுதான் அன்லாக் ஆகிருக்கா லாக் ஆகிருக்கா?
இது எனேபிள் பண்ணால் அன்லாக் ஆகும்.
எனேபிள் பண்ணால் அன்லாக் ஆகுமா?
ஆமாம். மச்சான்
செட் ஆகாது.
வீட்டில் இருக்கா? ஆமாண்டா, அது எனேபிள் வந்தால் அன்லாக்கு.
அதான் அன்லாக் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது, இதாக மாட்டேங்குது.
அன்லாக்கு.
ஆமாம் எனேபிள் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். எனக்கு தெரியுங்க
பிபிடி எல்லாம்
நம்ம வழக்கி மச்சான். அது என்ன எம்எஸ்சிஜிசி?
வீட்டில் அப்படி போட்டு வச்சிருக்கேன். கேட்டாரா
give you guys an idea about the IT market, the current trend and idea about the IT opportunities that is available in the market. When I say market, it is not just Indian market, okay? Worldwide market. Okay. So, just I want to introduce myself to you guys. It's 11:08, okay? I'll take 2 minutes. So my name is Kader Mohideen, and I'm currently working as a senior manager for infrastructure delivery operations for cloud and on-premises at FSS Technologies. Have you guys seen this company here? I mean, people studying in this campus know about it, right? Where it is? Opposite building, right? So I was a senior I'm working as a senior manager. So I'm into the IT industry for the last 16 years. So I previously worked in HCL Technologies, and then prior to that I worked in HP, and then initially I was working in CSS Corp and a few other startups.
Presentation.
So that's all. I completed BE Computer Science in one of the private engineering colleges in Chennai, like you guys, long back. And, who you are? I mean, I cannot spend time that much to introduce each one of you to myself. But what I understand is you guys are, Sadak students. That's what I keep in my mind. Like, it's one of the very prestigious institutions. You all know, right? Any one of you know when Sadak founded this college? Which year? 19? Come on, 84, 85, what? 84. Okay. So you guys know this is one of the first self-financed private engineering college. So it is one of the first college, right? So prior to that, there is nothing called a private engineering college. Everything was government college. Anna University and government college. So you are studying in a very prestigious institution. So I hope you all know about it for the last 4 years. Because there are more than 600 colleges are there. I mean, I heard from Prasad they closed close to 100 colleges. So I think it is around 500 colleges. So out of 500 colleges, your college is one of the first college in Tamil Nadu, which got the private licensing to operate as a private engineering college. Right? So do you think you are studying in a very prestigious institute? Have you ever realized it? Yes? No? Maybe?
Unmute பண்ணுறேன்.
Come on guys. Do you know that you are studying in a very prestigious institution? Yeah. No, you never realized it. Why? Why? You think you should study in IIT? Okay. Because what I'm trying to say is you got a tremendous, very good opportunity, guys. I mean, because a lot of other students who are studying in other college doesn't have this kind of infrastructure outside. I mean, doesn't have this kind of qualified professors and lecturers and management. So you guys are in good hands actually. Okay, just realize it. Hello. It's cutting. Cut out. Okay. So yeah, I want to make this, session like an informal session. Like it's not like I'm keep on talking and you guys listen. I want to make this as a conversation format, like idea exchange and bidirectional. What do you mean by bidirectional? Two-way communication, right? When I talk, you need to listen and understand, and you need to respond. I want a response from each one of you. It's not like I'm just spending 1 hour here listening a lecture and moving home. Because as soon as I'm setting up this meeting for just 1 hour, but if you guys are very much interested, it may continue for 30 more minutes. We can have like a Q&A session and all, right? You can have formal question and answer session with respect to cloud, AI, ML, the latest technologies in the IT. Yeah, all of you looking on the screen, right? I mean, you guys need to understand how big this IT industry in India. Okay? So it is one of the biggest market in India, the job market. Currently, close to 55 lakh people are working in India in IT and ITES solutions. So if you want to be a part in that bigger workforce, you need to equip yourself with the latest technologies, and you need to learn latest, the technologies around cloud, ML, AI, automation, those things. Okay? So the market is so big. If you look on the screen, the Indian market is close to $50 billion. Any one of you know what is equivalent of $1 billion to Indian money? $1 billion. 1 billion means, what's the value of 1 billion? What is that? Okay, 1,000 million. Correct. I'm asking you Indian money. What do you mean by $1 billion? How much? 100 crores. See, 1 billion is 100 crore. That is okay. What do you mean by $1 billion? 8,000 crores. I'm getting it right? 8,000 crores. So you calculate it. If it is $50 billion market, what's the total value? 8,000 crores into 50. What's the value? What's the value? 40 lakhs? How come? 50 billion dollar means, what's the Indian? Is it so interesting on the phone? Something is so interesting other than this speech? What's the value of $50 billion? Calculate it, guys. See, you guys are engineers. See, 1 billion is 8,000 crores. What is the equivalent of 50 billion? 4 lakh? 4 lakh crore, right? So that's a big number, right? It's a very big number. So we are contributing, the IT industry is contributing close to 10% of the Indian GDP. Any one of you know what is GDP? Gross domestic product. What do you mean by that? What is GDP? Just an informal explanation is okay. What is GDP? So it is the total value across this country, across all the industry, the revenue generated by Indian industries. So that is like it's like my monthly salary. For Kader Moidin, there will be one number for him. Annually, I'll make this much of lakhs, right? So that's my total profit. So in that way, out of the total GDP, 10% of the GDP is from IT industry. So see, what I'm trying to say is, it is very bigger market with a lot of bigger opportunities. Okay, you have a lot more potential to earn more money if you are in IT field. Okay. The top 10 trends, if you are looking on the screen, I don't want to explain each one of them very clearly. I'll just go through one by one quickly. The first one is the next level process automation. Like automating everything, bringing in the automation on almost all the technologies. That's the latest trend. And the next one is connectivity. You know, right? 5G is coming up. 5G is coming up just to enable the IoT devices. What do you mean by IoT? Internet of Things. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What is it? Controlling through electronics. Okay. Controlling what? Controlling what? Everything. See, IoT is basically, okay, currently in the internet, we have connected switches, routers, and computers, and smartphones, laptops, cell phones, right? So the future of IoT is we are trying to connect everything. Everything in the sense, it is everything. Even the home appliances. Okay? For example, currently your phone is connected to the internet. If you connect your washing machine to the IoT and assign an IP address, you can control your washing machine anywhere in this world if you have the internet connection. Okay, that's just one simple example. And when I talk about more on IoT, for example, in one shop, if there is one shop, okay, there is one supermarket. In a particular place, people are not coming very often. In that place, if the light is keep on running, then that's a waste of energy, right? If you assign an IP address to that light with a sensor, then it will automatically turn off. And nobody's walking in that place, it will automatically sense it and then turn it off. That's one simple example of our IoT. IoT means simply we are trying to connect everything. See, think about it. We can connect even these chairs. You can assign, you can connect the embedded devices, you can connect all these chairs, and you can optimize these chairs. You can book a chair, like you guys are already doing it, right, for movie tickets and all. Yeah, book my show and all. So you can connect all those seats to the IoT, and you can populate it with the real-time data. So the next one is distributed infrastructure. So that means cloud and edge computing. So I'll go deep on cloud computing, the coming up slides. So at high level, you all know, right, what's cloud computing, right? Any idea? What do you mean by cloud? What is that? Storing the data
Extra storage.
to the cloud systems. Okay, yeah, that is correct. But moving everything from on-premises to the cloud is the future. As I said, in future, no data center will be available. What do you mean by data center? Anyone of you know? Where the data is stored? Okay. Any other answers? Server. Okay. And then, what do you mean by data center? Yeah, simply data center is a place where it will have servers, network connectivity, database. Everything will be installed in one single machine. It will have operating system, database, and web layer, app layer. All these logical layers are connected with the physical server. On the background, everything will be connected with network. Okay. And a data center will have the DR data center. Maybe if you have your data center in Chennai, you'll be having your VR system in Mumbai or Delhi. Currently, every company is managing the data center in the physical format. But in future, it is not going to be, none of the companies are not going to run their data center in physical format. Everybody is moving on to cloud. Already, many companies already moved in the last 10 years due to the penetration of this AWS. And you know what is AWS? Amazon Web Services. Yeah. They are the market leaders on cloud. And then with GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and with Azure. Right? Have you heard of Azure? Microsoft Azure. Exactly. And the next one is, next generation computing. So, they are, creating the quantum computing chips and neuromorphic chips and all. For example, Previously, we used to store all the data in one single layer, I mean, Raffle system, but currently, multi-layer switches are coming. I mean, like, in one single layer, you can build multiple story of storage. For example, how we are building the apartments, right? Within single space, you can create multiple layers of CPU, multiple layers of storage, memory, and all those things. The next one is applied AI. So we discussed just before, like applying the artificial intelligence on almost on everything, like vision, neural language processing. You just Google it on those things. I mean, I want you to take notes on few keywords. Later, you can just Google it and understand on those topics more later, because we cannot explain and we cannot discuss everything in this 1 hour meeting, right? And then the future of programming. So, I mean, that's like the complete programming format itself is moving towards from the monolithic to the like a module-based kind of architecture, right? Any one of you heard like agile methodology? You guys, at least few of you know, right? At least computer science and IT people know agile methodology. Yeah, software engineering management. Like previously, what we used to do is we used to take one project as a single core project, and we used to develop from the. I mean, that's called like a waterfall method. When you start something, you will just finish it till the end, and you will go for testing. But right now, that is not the case. You need to calculate things, you need to validate things, and I mean clear the bugs in each and every level. Right? So the advantage is like at any stage, for example, if you're starting a work, A, B, C, D, okay? If you are aligning your testing on phase E, you need to wait till A, B, C, D to complete, and you need to wait for E to happen. So it will take, for example, 1 year. So you need to just wait for 1 year just to have the testing happen in the waterfall method. Currently what's happening is, at A, I'll set up some testing parameter. If it is passing on A, then only I move on to B. Okay, I'll engage my customer also in that phase. I'll ask customers, queries. I'll give him the test modules, the UAT and SIT and those things. UAT is user acceptance test, and SIT is system integration test, and all those testing. So it's become like agile. Agile means, I mean, it's not like a static thing. It's dynamic, right? You can modify things at any level. And the next one is, I mean, trust architecture. Like it is something related to the security and blockchain. So security is one of the major concerns for IT. I mean, all the time. Security being the concern all the time. Because you guys know what's a ransomware? Have you guys heard ransomware? Have you heard this word? What people will do is they will just hack your system. For example, for bigger corporations, they will hack the database of their financial transactions. And then, what do you mean by ransom? Ransom? Ransom means? So it's like, I mean, they'll hack your system and then they'll ask you for money. Okay, few millions. If you don't pay, they'll just, manipulate errors or projects into your database, and they will corrupt everything. You will lose your business. So every business is running on IT. Have you realized it? Previously, I mean, IT was just a part of the industry, but right now, everything is running on IT. I'll give you one example. You guys joined this college, right, 4 years back. So all of your information are tracked with anonymously, right? Universities, examinations, right? So everything is digitalized format. So the complete industry across education, I mean healthcare, banking is completely moved on to the IT. Digital banking, moving from UPI, IMPS, these things. National Payment Corporation of India, NPCA. So it's not like, I mean, IT is just a part. Actually, IT is running all the business. For example, I mean, recently the ING is one of the international bank. They announced they are not a bank no more. They are an IT company. They announced themselves. Because there is no more bank. If you think about it, I have visited, I mean, I have account in HDFC. For the last 10 years, I never visited my branch at least once. But I'm doing all the banking transaction with this mobile. So, do you think it's still a bank? No, it is an IT company actually. They have, converted all their services into IT. So everything is running on IT. Same for hospital. You go to hospital, I mean, previously they used to take the scan and all those reports and they'll give you in the physical format. Right now, if you go to Apollo, they are not doing it. They'll give you one ID, okay? You need to just keep track of that ID, that's all. Okay, for the first time, if you come, they'll document, they'll create one PID for you, patient ID. They'll attach all your reports into your PID, into the data center. And then if you come after 6 months or 8 months, you no need to bring one bag. You remember we used to bring one bag whenever we go to hospital? That bag is not needed at all. You need to just go to the hospital. Maybe in future if you have child, you need to just give your child's PID, that's all. They'll fetch all those information and then they'll start the treatment from there itself. So the next one is the bio-revolution. Recently, have you heard, they have created a bionic eyes. It's a very recent news. Yesterday's news. Anyone read it? Bionic in the sense, using the AI and ML and all these things, they are creating human organs. Okay? So it's not like a physical, it's not just physical, it's a very intelligent organ. They are loading all the modules into that particular organ and then they are going to next generation materials and then the future of clean technology. Clean technology is nothing but you all know it, the global warming is happening. So with respect to IT, people are working on those aspects also to reduce the carbon footprint and all those things. Let's come on to the topic. So before that, just I wanted to tell one thing. Shall we do one simple exercise? Right? Up. Your hands. No. Hands up. Hands up. ரெண்டு எல்லாருமே கம்மி தெரியுமா? ரெண்டு கை தூக்குங்க. Down. Up. Down. Up. Up. சொல்றது கேளுங்க. Down. Look on your left. Left. திரும்புங்க கையில. உங்களுக்கு எது லெஃப்ட் கார்டு திரும்புங்க. என் கையே பாருங்க. நல்லா திருப்புங்க கரெக்டா. Left. Straight. Right. Up. நான் அப்படிதான் சொன்னேன். ஹெட் லெஃப்ட் ரைட்னு சொன்னா ஹெட்ஸ் அப். நான் வச்சுங்க சொல்றது நீங்க கேளுங்க. ஓகே, ஹெட் லெஃப்ட். Straight. Right. Heads up. Heads up. Heads up. Down. யாரும் கவனிக்க மாட்டீங்க. What's cloud computing? போலாமா டாபிக் போலாமா? Cloud computing na enna? What is cloud computing? Sorry? Storing data on the cloud. Good answer. Backbenchers, those who are looking on the phone. What is cloud computing? Something very interesting on your phone. Okay, what is cloud computing? You don't know. What is cloud computing? So there is a solution. See, I am definition get a mark about see, that's what I'm trying to clear, guys. This session is not for IT, CSC. That's what I'm telling. Everything is going on to IT. See, do you think what department you are? You think civil is out of IT? How people are laying all those architect diagrams about? CAD. What is CAD? What is CAD? CAD is a civil software. See, everything is IT, guys. See, you need to come out of that mindset first. See, that's what I'm telling you. Cloud computing is not just for IT or CSC or only for IT personnel. It's for everyone, right? What is cloud computing? What is cloud computing? Solunga, there is a solunga. Okay, major cloud providers. It's for them discuss more. AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, and then IBM. Good. iCloud. Okay. Google Drive it's running on GCP. And then Alibaba Cloud. And then Green Lake, HP Green Lake. See, every company is coming into cloud business. First of all, I'll explain you simply. Previously, we used to buy cars, right? We invest a few lakhs into the car and we buy the insurance, okay? And also the pathetic part is most of the owners doesn't know how to drive car. They'll hire a driver. So just to avoid the service called car, you need to spend at least few lakhs of your money, right? What happened after Ola? Rent a car. What kind of renting it is? Are you renting it for day? Are you renting it for month? No. You are renting only for your ride. From point A to point B, okay? You are just renting for that particular time. You are renting that resource along with the driver. You are renting the driver also, right? You are not just renting the car. You are renting the driver to reach a destination from point A to point B. So for example, just to avoid the car service, previously to spend 10 lakh rupees. If I want to go in a sedan, I should spend at least 10 lakh rupees, right? But right now, what I'm spending, just that trip cost, that will be even just 100 rupees. 100 ரூபாய் 10 லட்சம் ரூபாய் செஞ்ச வேலையை கிடைச்ச சர்வீஸை யூஸ் பண்ண ஆப்ஷனை இப்போ நான் எவ்வளோ யூஸ் பண்ணுறேன்? 100 ரூபாய்க்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுறேன். 100 ரூபாய்க்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுறேன். என்ன அட்வான்டேஜ்னா சொல்லுங்க, ரெண்டுத்துக்கும் அட்வான்டேஜ் என்னன்னு சொல்லுங்க. அட்வான்டேஜ் என்ன, டிஸ்அட்வான்டேஜ் என்ன சொல்லுங்க. சொல்லுங்க. ஓன் பண்ண முடியாது, ஓன் பண்ண தேவையும் இல்லை. சரி, ஓன் பண்றது வந்து ஒரு அட்வான்டேஜ். டிஸ்அட்வான்டேஜ் என்ன? மெயின்டெனன்ஸ். வேற ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அட்வான்டேஜ் இல்லை சொல்லுங்க. டிரைவர் வேணும், நான் டிரைவருக்கு சம்பளம் கொடுக்கணும், டிரைவரை வேலைக்கு போடணும், அவர் ஒழுங்கா வராதுன்னு பார்க்கணும், அவர் வந்து டெய்லி வேலைக்கு வரணும், எனக்கு முக்கியமான வேலைக்கு அவர் லீவ் பண்ணக்கூடாது. இவ்வளோ பிரச்சனை இருக்குது. இன்னொரு பிரச்சனை, நான் வந்து ஒரே ஒரு காரையும் ஒரு ஆளையும் நம்பிட்டு இருந்தேன். ஓலாக்கு ஊபருக்கு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறமா இந்த சிட்டிக்குள்ள அட்டாச் ஆகிருக்க எல்லா காருமே எனக்கு ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கு. எவ்வளோ பெரிய பவர் உங்களுக்கு தெரியுதா? I'm getting more power towards the utilization. 2000 கார் வந்து என் கண்ட்ரோல்ல வருது. ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு ஆப்பை வச்சு I can book one car out of like 2000 cars. 2000 drivers in control are. Control means through that app. One option failure. There is something called SPOF. SPOF. Fault tolerance. Fault tolerance, redundancy, availability. SPOF means single point of failure. Single point of failure should never happen in any system. Whenever somebody is designing a system, they are designed based on the SPOF principle. So like our body வந்து like in SPOF பார்க்கணும். ரெண்டு கண் இருக்கும். Mostly வந்து critical organs எல்லாமே நமக்கு ரெண்டு இருக்கும். Kidney or your eyes, ears, இது எல்லாமே வந்து high availability. So like என்ன சொல்றாங்கன்னா cloud வந்து cloud வந்து இந்த காரை வந்து நீங்க வந்து ஓன் பண்றதுக்கும் ரெண்ட் பண்றதுக்கும் என்னென்ன இருக்கோ ப்ராசஸ், everything is applicable to cloud. Previously, if you are running a company, you need to buy the software, you need to buy the hardware. இது கிட்டத்தட்ட வந்து what they are doing is they set up something called availability zone. AC வந்து set up பண்ணிட்டாங்க. AC is nothing but physical. Again, no physical தான். See, cloud and don't think like it's somewhere on the cloud or it's inaccessible kind of thing. It is somewhere in the physical format. The ownership is not with you. Other guys are taking care. Google மாதிரி பெரிய கம்பெனி, Amazon மாதிரி பெரிய கம்பெனி என்ன பண்றாங்க?